Hey guys, what is happening? What's going on? Welcome your faces back to Buildz, and here today we're going to be doing a tutorial. Now I constantly get requested for vehicle tutorials on my channel, especially an RV. Now I did do an RV a little while back on my channel, but I didn't actually do a tutorial on it. I was just simply showcasing my build. So today is the day that we're going to be building one. So what you're going to want to do is get out some coal blocks. Just come over to here. I'm building on a plot server, so well, not a plot server, cube community server, so I've got a little bit of freedom with what I want to build here. So we're going to place it like this. Then what we're going to do is we're going to drop back 1, 2, 3. Actually no, I'm going to change my voice. Put them here, 3, and come back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm going to put 1 here. I'm going to take a gap and I'm going to put 2 here. And we're going to move all these back just by 1. So it should look something like that. Okay guys, now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get out some quartz. Put it here. And what we're going to be doing with the quartz, we're going to be going around at the wheels. Because guys, this is based off the RV that I made for my channel a little while back. So I know exactly what this is going to look like, and even by today's standards, is it classed as a very, very good RV. I mean, Minecraft standards with builds are upping so much recently. I mean, you look at something that you thought was amazing a month ago and you go, what is that? But this build has managed to managed to keep its reputation over this long period of time and is still looking absolutely amazing. So we're just gonna order this off here, put 2 here, finish 2 here, like so, and that is pretty much the base of your RV. In fact, we might just come 2 on the back here like so. Now what you're going to want to do is fill in the middle section, and guys, this may look a little bit cramped inside, but it's actually insanely well packed for the build. I mean, I understand how I managed to fit this much stuff into such a small project. So for your main material of the build, you can use whatever you want. You can have a little bit of variety with this build. You don't have to go with everything that I do. I'm just going to scroll down and find a suitable material in my opinion. So stained clay is very good material. So I think what I'm going to go with is I'm going to go with, let's go with some grey stained clay. Place that with that. So we're going to get some of this material out now guys, and we're just going to go across all the way around the edge. So that's pretty easy go. So it should look something like that. So inside we're going to have 3 blocks to work with, which is more than enough when it comes to this kind of stuff. And that is the base of our RV. Now you can kind of see it starting to take shape. It's looking pretty good. One thing I could do though to improve it is maybe space these out by 1. I don't know. We'll see how it looks. You know what? It looks maybe even turn this into this. Put this back 1 more. It just, I don't know, it just looks something, funny about it. Yeah, I think that looks better. We're going to go with that design. There's always room for improvement all the time, and I think this will be a cool improvement. There you go. It just looks like the weight is more spread out, because we're role playing this build as much as we can here. So what we're going to do now is you're going to want to get out some black glass. Now I don't usually use this much anymore. I used to use it all the time, simply because it just doesn't let in enough light in my opinion, but you know what, we're going to have a lot of cool lighting in this place, so I think it should be absolutely fun. So you're going to want to come out by 3, come out 1, and then just fill in the front panel like so. So it should look something like that. Then what you're going to want to do is just jump 1 gap like so. And you're going to want to have another 3 of these. Then what did I put in here? And then we're just going to put this all the way to the back guys. It's not of course like this, there's like variations, there's wall parts inside to space things out, because otherwise it's just going to look like a gigantic just glass rectangle. So now once you've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to get out our feature colour. Now we could go with something funky like green stained clay, or we could go with something more neutral like brown stained clay is a great material. Could even go with netherrack. Let's try soul sand. Let's see which one we want. Again guys, I'm not in shaders, simply because it's just way too dark in this area. You know what, I'm going to go with green. I like this kind of funky look about the build. I think it works quite nicely. So you're just going to want to come across now all the way to the back, just like we did before. Now inside, this build is going to be 2.5 blocks in height, which once again is more than enough. I mean, it's an RV, it's not a house. You don't need to put huge ceiling lights. You can have some world edited lights with them plant pots, which are reversed with some cactuses on, I believe, and they look absolutely phenomenal. Or you could go with something more simple by just putting little lamps on like cabinets inside. I will do the interior for you guys as well in this video. But I'm giving you guys variation for those of you that want to go off and, you know, customize your RV a little bit, because there's one cool thing about building vehicles, something that looks pretty badass. But to hand it to myself, I did a good job of designing this thing. So now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding all the sign details, item frames, you know, all that kind of stuff that you see on most vehicles today in Minecraft. So we're going to pull out our signs, pull out our item frames. No, we're probably going to need you, so let's just move. Just reorganize that a little bit, and what we're going to do is we're going to get out some iron to replicate the big, you know, cryo mesh sort of RV wheels that they have today, and we're going to be getting out some. I tend to use redstone instead of red wool or redstone clay, just because it looks a little bit more realistic for headlights, and that's what we're going to be using for that. So we're just going to dot around this, put all of these wheels on both sides, like so. Place that there, and now we're going to come across to the back of the build, where you're just going to want here. In fact, what we could do actually is put two like so on the back like that. Yeah, I think that looks quite cool. Actually, no guys, sorry, that was the front. What you're going to want to do is take this. Yeah, for some reason my brain went, yep, that's the back of the build, and I was like, what the hell, what did I say? So we're going to put that like that, redstone in the middle there, like so, and then what you're going to want to do is we can come up with some sort of cool, you know, come up with a number plate. So I'm going to put Buildz, and then I'm going to put .co, because that's my kind of like server brand, and then I'm going to just hold down some equal signs just for the sides here to replicate some grills, which are obviously on RVs because they need good ventilation to keep them huge engines in the vehicle to, of course, transport it around. Cool. So we're going to be having like that. See, it looks pretty cool. Now we're going to be getting out some iron, placing it around here, here. And in fact, another thing that you could do if you want to go ultra realistic, if you love role playing a situation, is to get out some cobblestone walls. And this, you can actually make this replicate the wheel base axes, which are what hold the steering together, you know, what makes the actual vehicle turn. If you really want to go, you know, over the top, which a lot of people do nowadays, which I find is pretty cool actually. I'm going to put it there. It's not going to be very visible, but you know, if someone actually cares to take the time to go have a look, they will of course see it and they go, oh look, that person really has tried. It's quite hard for me to hit it down here, but you know, you get the idea. So what we're going to be doing here is now we're going to be putting these headlights. I was one of the first people in Minecraft, I can happily find out, to say how to do this. Now it's everywhere, but you know, I remember doing this like, what? When signs very first came out, I just randomly placed one like that and it happened. I was like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. Now it's everywhere, so I was pretty pleased to say that I was one of the first people to figure that out. That was awesome. So just going to be using some standard doors. Now, of course, guys, use the doors that would suit your build best on your texture pack. Flows HD, I'd definitely say wooden doors is going to be your choice, which I know most of you are building in. I might use, if I was on default, I'd probably go ahead and use the iron doors because, you know, they look more realistic, of course. And what we're going to be doing here, so we're just going to drop down a level. We're going to go here and we're going to place that little bracket sign, have 3 of these, and then another bracket. And if you see them huge coaches, you know, you see they have like storage compartments underneath. That is what this is replicating. So I'm just going to come across here. It's quite hard to see, but yeah, it's this block here. Drop down 1, 1, 2, 3 brackets, and then again the same, because this is a build, so all the exterior is of course going to be symmetrical. You don't see a lopsided car driving down the road, so you know, we're going to keep things nice and realistic. What we're going to be doing here then is we're going to have some headlights at the back using some of this, and I'm just going to go ahead and put, you know, my brand. Okay, of course, if you use this on the server, make sure to give me credit, because that would help my channel out a lot. And I have seen builds in the past of mine that people have literally just said, oh yeah, look, my design. I'm just like, what the hell? And yeah, it kind of sucks when people do that. But guys, that is the exterior done. You can also add some cool little details, like for example, you can get out some full quartz blocks. We just got to find out what level this on. This will work or not. Yes, it will. The one time I actually want this to happen, it doesn't, so that's pretty good. Do that. Then what you can do is you can put some these on power lines, and this can activate as your like generator or whatever you want it to be. You know, if you just want to go for a more realistic appeal, it's always cool doing this kind of stuff. So how many is that from the front? So that's 2 from the front, so we're going to cut 2 from the back, so everything's in line, and you know it doesn't look a little bit weird from the outside, having a random lump at the front, and it's going to look like that. Another thing that you can do is you can do stuff like put these up like this. I don't know what level. Oh yeah, this will be a flat surface because it's on a full block, so yeah, this will work. You can put 2 levers, which will of course be like aerial signals with your TV inside. I love role playing the situation, so this will work really well. Now what you're going to want to do is come back on a 4th block, place it like that. I said that we're having dividers in here, of course. Just have a quick look. Alright, like that, and we're going to have some more, but we'll do that from the inside to see which part needs to be sectioned off. So the back here, this is going to be a bedroom, maybe a small thing, a small bathroom or something. That will work quite nicely. So come on, you can do it. There we go. So what we're going to be doing now, putting a little wall in place like so. We're going to use snow for the walls just because I like it. It's a nice material to use. So here, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting out some oak stairs. We're going to have it here. Sign there. A lever here. Actually no, what we can do is we can actually put an iron block. Forgot you could do this. This is a really cool little feature that you guys are going to pick up here, and maybe you can use it in the future. I'm going to put a lever like that, which is obviously your gear stick, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get a cobweb. You can also use a compass for this, it works as well. And this will of course be, you know, you can change gears and stuff. Then we're going to have one of these. This may crash my Minecraft, guys. I have had it a lot in the past by using, I use Forge because I have to run shaders mod of course, and sometimes it randomly crashes when I put this thing on here. This is where I am at the moment, so this vault is underneath a huge part of the country land. I didn't know that. Oh, it didn't crash. Okay, that's amazing. So that's your GPS, you know, you could call it like GPS 5000, whatever you want to call it. And we're just going to have some carpet in here, of course, so you can use, I would recommend going ahead and using some fairly neutral carpet. Don't go use like orange carpet, for example, otherwise it's going to look a tad weird. So we can do that there and there, and we'll just have a little gap because of course you can't do that with levers. So now we've got that, what we can have over here is we can have a little kitchen area here, so you can just put down an iron little, you can put down iron for like a little fridge. So we'll just put that there, like that. You can just have a little fridge, you can have a furnace. You know, this is all about compact living, because you know you're living in an RV, you haven't got much space. I'm going to put a cauldron here just so it hides a little bit of that quartz underneath. And then what you can do is you can just switch things around by just putting things like a tripwire hook just up there like so, and then you've got a very, very compact kitchen. So what we're going to be doing now is actually, if we use oak as our main seating material, so it just goes with the main part of the build. So we'll just get some of this out, and let's just say we'll just put a chair like that there. Very, very simple, guys. This interior is not meant to stun anyone, because you know we're building in a very, very small area. It's going to look very good for the area it's built in, but it's not going to compare to something like mansion interior, obviously. So yeah, so it's going to look like that. Unfortunately, we do have little things like that, but that is that can actually be achieved probably with World Edit. I really wouldn't be surprised. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling the lime. I think the lime would look good. Actually, I think it would look a lot better there. Oh, why'd you do that? It's probably going to take forever to get the line now, knowing my luck. Literally, I spent literally like 5 minutes once trying to find one particular painting. I don't know what it is. Yay, there we go. So that's done. So what you can do here is you can actually spice things up a little bit by putting like a sliding feature like that, like a sliding door for example. Of course, every time you want to get in and out, you're going to have to go move things around. So for the back here, you can use legitimate Minecraft beds. Like if you're doing this on for survival for example, I'd highly recommend doing that, of course, so you don't have to travel, you know, complete miles to do anything. I think I did come up with an original cool design for a bed, but let's just keep it pretty easy going. So you can have something like that. It's quite simple, but it works. Something like that, for example, would be quite nice, or maybe even that, just, you know, a little head support. And then you can put carpet on it. You won't be able to put snow on it because remember, it's on slabs. Unless you have World Edit. World Edit can practically achieve anything you want. You know what? Let's go with some lime to keep that funky green theme flowing. And we could have a double bed here. You can do loads of stuff. You can get out some oak. We can make a little office space, so you know, say if he's like working or something, he can do his work here. Everything is about combat living, like I said before. So now we're going to get out some pressure plates. I used the weighted ones, they just look way cooler. And you can just put an item frame here. If you're on Wild Corrales and you're building this, make sure to go check out the maps walk, because you'll be able to get some Tech Pro computers, which is always a cool thing. For me, I'm just going to be using some paint, just a standard painting feature. No, don't do this to me. Just like that, you know, so it's simple enough. And what we can also do, just to add a little bit of feature, a little bit more detail, is we can just add a little cobblestone thing like that, so it looks like a desktop. This is going to be the one exception of where we don't use, you know, the standard thing for our seating. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding in a sign, like so, which we already have in our inventory. I always do that. I literally go on to get something new in my inventory and realise I already have it there. Oh god. And that's just a cool office seat. I've been using that little design for a little while now. And what should we say? We can't go green with the flooring, otherwise, you know, it's literally going to look like you're inside Shrek. But we could go with something like black carpet, for example. It's quite striking. It goes with the outside, and you know, it doesn't look half bad either. So guys, that's practically it. You can add a few torches around. Of course, you're going to need to break this now just to go through it here. I'd recommend using a few torches inside, you know, to just pretend they're modern lights. You know, you got to roleplay the situation. You can't have everything you want in Minecraft. It's always been this way. There you go. You got some lighting in here. You just hop into the back room now. What you can do is, where can we find a cool lighting spot for you? Yeah, and there, for example. And there you go, guys. That is the RV tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. It is looking utterly badass and pimped. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Go subscribe for more videos like this. And remember to please go subscribe, because it really does help my channel. Favorite it and share it with your friends to get my channel more popular. And I'll see you guys in my next tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.